Hey, good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could be with me this morning, Tuesday, April 26, 2022. Forex Smart Trade. Our mission is to help you become a financially independent, successful currency trader. And we do that by teaching you how to trade with our very accurate proprietary trading indicators that make simplify the trading process and becomes the only trading tool that you need to be able to do this successfully. We supplement that with some personalized one-on-one training, which we believe is the most efficient and effective way to learn currency trading. There are a lot of different programs and information out there that you can try to sort through and figure out what's good and what's not. We are so confident in how well our tools work and our ability to train you using those tools that once you've been trained, we let you trade with company money. In this session, I focus on one of my favorite trades, something called the 10-point trade, where basically I'm trying to find a situation where the lines on the chart all line up. And if we have time, we will also look at a little scalp trade, something called the thick orange line trade. We've got a dozen different signals. And for those of you who joined it last night, we had a guest, one of the coaches come on, and his the way he traded is different than the way I trade. So you can see there's lots of ways to skin the cat. And what happens is when we do the coaching with you, we find a signal that resonates with you and create a trade plan around it. So with that, let's get going. We have to start by listening to this guy, Mr. Grumpy. So let's go.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
One of the other great things about our program is that we do these live trades where we have an experienced trader like myself come online. While you watch, we do our analysis. So it is a teaching moment. And then we recommend a trade so that you can see how accurate we are. And only difference between me and you is I have learned how to use how to read the indicators and how to practice good money and risk management. When you are a member, we do a trade in the morning at 10 a.m. We also do a trade in the evening at 10 p.m. There is also an extra paid session at 8 p.m. So lots of opportunities to get pips. Historically on these trades, we've averaged about 150 pips a week. When you are a light member, you get access to kind of a limited schedule, Monday evening and Tuesday, Thursday morning, in addition to the Tuesday morning intro to coaching and the Thursday evening intro to coaching, plus the light member meeting. I work off of a checklist. Where to help keep me focused, kind of like a little bit of a pilot's checklist. I check to make sure everything is up and running when I start my day, that I'm connected to the internet. It is good practice. We haven't had the charts freezing much recently. It is good practice to turn off and turn on the charts once a day, exit out and exit back in, whatever that clears the memory or something. Good practice is to every day is to kind of review your trade history for the day, what you did, specifically with the focus on what didn't go as you anticipated, to try to figure out why and add that to your kind of trading toolbox so that you can not continue to make the same mistake, or if there's some little thing that you need to notice that you weren't noticing. And the nice thing about being associated with us is you've got a group of coaches that are happy to work with you to figure those things out. And we are happy to work with you because you're trading our money. Because we are technical traders, we are trading based on the price action, and our indicators are very good at picking up where the turns are. We still want to know what news is coming out related to currency so that we could trade around it. And we get that from going to forexfactory.com, forexfactory.com. And it breaks news down into kind of three components: yellow, which is mild impact, orange, which is medium impact, and red, which is high impact. And I look for the red items, and I want to trade around them. And I try to be out of any trades 2 hours before those items. This morning, we've got kind of a clear slate. At 8:30, there's some USA news that are orange. Some people will, these are basically the same thing, but some people, if there are two different orange items, will consider that a red. I don't, but we've got clear sailing. So with that, let's go in and see what we can find for trades. I like to start with this chart, which is the light 6 major. The light 6 major is one of the standard charts. And I call it the composite chart because it's showing us 6 different currency pairs, all on a 1 hour candle. Now, when we have you start on a 5-minute candle using a 1 minute, 1 minute chart as the entry point. I am trading off of a 1 hour candle, and typically a 1 hour candle is good for anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. My sweet spot tends to be around 10, as you see with the trade I send out in the evening, which closed last night successfully. And again, you saw that with last night's live trade, we both came up with a buy on the Euro USD, but my buy was different than his buy. I start with the middle section of the chart. Middle section is what we call the majors and minors. The red and green line is the major indicator. The black and gray line is the minor indicator. The horizontal blue line is the overbought line, and the horizontal red line is the oversold line. And I am looking for a situation where these lines are either overbought, and the lines are pointing down, so that is a good time to take a sell, or oversold, and the lines are pointing up, and that is a good time to take a buy. And I'm hoping to get that run through the channel. And you can see, had I caught this, you can see there's 2 green candles here. So right now we are just we're in the middle of the channel. Well, not in the middle of the channel. We're approaching the overbought spot. Euro USD oversold. Everybody is going up. And I have what's called a double cross, where the green line is crossed over the red and the gray line is crossed over the black. And if you can see it, I've got the line going from less steep, and it kinks here and it goes to more steep. So I like that. So I've got 3 points here. One, I'm oversold going up. Now I know the miners have kind of gone halfway through the channel. I want everybody going up, but I'm more interested in the position of the major indicator. So everybody's going up. I've got I'm oversold for 2, and I've got a double cross where the green and the gray line are both on top. So I've got 3 points here. When I get 3 points here, I'm going to go up to my TNTs and count how many lines are consistent with what I'm seeing down here. And I want at least 3 of the lines to be telling me buy. 2 orange lines are going up. They're telling me buy. The 2 blue lines are going down. The blue lines are inversely related. So when blue goes down, that means buy. So all 4 are telling me buy. And then I'm going to, if I get my 3 or more here, I'm going to jump down to the pressure and see what the pressure is telling me. And the pressure, I want the lines to either be going up, or I want the green line on top. And the green line looks like it has crossed over the gray line, the red line. So I've got 8 points here. I'd prefer it to be a little bit more on top, but I've got 8 points. So if I have 7 or more points, this is a good trade, and I want a point from all section. And the reason I want points from all section is that increases the probability that the trade will do what I want, because each of these lines is measuring something different. And if all of them agree, then I've got a higher chance of the move going the way I want. So now that I've got the setup, what I want to do is I want to get a little bit more information. And that little bit more information is I want to see, I want a confirmation. And in fact, let's put it, let's put that in here, just confirmation for entry. And then I want to know what the trend is and where the support and resistance are. So I do that by going to a full chart for the Euro USD. So the full chart for the Euro USD is over here. And on the full chart, you can see I have a 2-minute chart, a 30-minute chart, a 1-hour chart, a 2-hour chart, a 4-hour chart, and a day chart. So for the confirmation, I want to look at the 2-hour chart and the 4-hour chart. And basically what I'm looking for is I want the majors and the minors to be oversold. They don't necessarily have to be pointing up, but I want them to be oversold. And if I have that, I'm good with the entry spot. Because if these are oversold, even if this flattens out a little bit, I'm eventually going to get that up move. It'll just take a little bit longer. If I'm oversold here and oversold here, I may not get it when I'm trading off of a 1-hour chart. I am looking for that move within the next 1 to 3 hours. If this happens to flatten out within that 1 to 3 hours, I will still pick it up off of here. But if I have oversold here, but I'm overbought on the 2-hour or the 4-hour, they're telling me different things. The setup isn't good. Right now, I am oversold. The majors aren't quite going up yet. They're sideways. Minors are going up, but that's okay. They're oversold, and the same here. Here, both the majors and minors are sideways versus going up. I've got down pressure with green on top, and I've got down pressure here. I'm not quite as interested in the pressure as to where these lines are. So I think the entry is okay. So now that I know the entry, the next thing I want to do is I want to know, going back to my checklist, I want to know what the trend is and what the support and resistance are. And if you've been following the euro dollar, the trend has been down. So big downtrend. Let's see here. I already have the support and resistance drawn on here because I trade this. But let's take a little bit more of a look on it. So the reason I want to know the trend is if I'm trading with the trend, I will take more pips than if I am trading against the trend. So I am going to be trading against the trend, so I want to be more careful on how many pips I'm going to take. So I want to know, and you can see where my support and resistance lines are. Support and resistance are kind of natural spots where the candles seem to stop. And I want to know where those are because if I'm going to take a trade and I'm going to try to trade through the support and resistance, it does go through, but it may take longer because you can see here, you know, it went up, it bounced, 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 and then finally broke. So I would have had to wait. Each of these is an hour. I would have had to wait 8 hours versus had I just taken it right before the resistance line, I would have been out of the trade. And being in a trade a shorter period of time is generally better than being in a trade a longer period of time. One, it frees up your capital so you can take another trade, and it lowers your risk. So I want to know how much room I have till this next line. Let's see here. So I have about 11 pips till I hit this line. 11 pips till I hit this line. You know what I want to do is this in the 3+ years I have been trading, this is the lowest I have seen the Euro USD, 106. Up until then, I really hadn't seen it much south of 108-ish, sometimes just hitting 107. So we've got 11 pips. One of the things I also use when I sometimes trade the Euro USD is I use the Echo chart. We don't teach you the Echo chart in the as a light. Don't even show it to you, but you can see kind of the wave of green coming. You know, you can see this like little triangle here. So I like that. I guess I'm trying to decide if I want to take 10 pips or not. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and take 10 pips on the Euro USD. So you can take it in your simulator, or you can open up your MetaTrader 4. This is a demo account. It has $7,800 in it. I've got the Euro USD chart open. If you don't have the Euro USD chart open, you would go to File, New Chart, and it is going to be one of the charts in that top section. Once you have it open, you'll go to the second row, go to New Order. It opens up a screen. I'm going to confirm that I have the right symbol, Euro USD. Since I have a $7,800 balance, to figure out my lot size, I am going to move this over 4 decimals, move the decimal spot over 4 places. So that's going to make my volume or lot size 0.78. I can have 2 open trades at 0.78 and not stretch my margin. I am not going to worry about the stop loss yet or the take profit. I'm just going to get the trade in And I'm going to do that by clicking buy on market. It processes the trade and records it below. I right click on it anywhere and it highlights it in blue. Then I am going to go to modify or delete, left click, and it brings up this window. And I am going to take 10 pips on this. 10 pips is 100 points. You just add an extra 0 to convert pips to points. So if I take 100 points, if I click the little blue, put 100 in here, click the little blue button, it does the calculation as to what my exit is. And now we're going to use a 4-to-1. So if I'm going for 10 pips, I'm going to put a 40 pip stop loss. We could get by with even less than that because I don't think it's going to go down that much. But let's put that in for now. Click on it. It calculates the stop loss, and then click the modify button. Again, I like to just actually see it. If we wanted to, we could move this up to just under here because I don't think it's coming down that much. So we took a buy on the Euro USD with a take profit of 1.07025, 1.07025, and a stop loss of 1.06531, 1.06531. Let us see if we have another trade that we can take. I am going to use so that trade we used a thick orange line signal, and it took a couple steps. We first had to see this signal set up. When I saw the signal set up, then I needed to confirm that the entry was good by looking at the bigger chart with the different time levels. And then once I confirmed that the entry was okay, then I wanted to figure out what that trade was worth in terms of number of pips. So I took a look at the trend and where the support and resistance lines were. And in this case, I took a full 10, even though we're trading against the trend. Now, for this trade is good when there's kind of less than 5 minutes in the hour. So it's right at the top of the hour. And this is a little scalp trade. And this trade takes a look at what the thick orange line is doing. So we're going to start up here versus in the middle. And with that, we are going to, let's see. I am looking, this thick orange line is a scaled number. So when it is as high as it can go, this number is 10. And when this number is 10, that's saying, hey, I don't think there's any more up in the movement. We've maxed out. So if there's no more up in the movement, that's a good time to sell. Likewise, when it is at 0, when it's down here, it means that, hey, it doesn't think there's any more down in the movement. If there's no more down in the movement, that is a good time to buy. So I am looking for situations where this is either 0 or 10 or within 1 point of either end. So it could be from 0 to 1 or 9 to 10. If I see that, so I've got a 10 here, I want confirmation. I don't want to just trade off of one piece of news. I want to kind of double up, and by doubling up, that increases my accuracy. So by doubling up, I'm going to look at where the majors and minors are because they're measuring something a little bit different, and see if they support what I'm seeing here. And to get that support, I'd want all 4 of these lines to be way above the blue, well above the blue. I don't have that. The red line is just touching the blue, and even the green line isn't that high up. I'd want really all these lines to be higher than the green line, and the red line to maybe be where the green line is. So I don't have that. So this one's just a quick little check. I can go through. I'm looking for 0 or 1, no. 0 or 10, nope, 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 yes. USD CHF, yes. 0. And look at where my lines are. they're all well below the red, all well below. So this is what I mean by well below. See how far that red line is down? So what's happening here is this is telling me that we're oversold. It's about to go up. And when I see this, you can kind of think of it when both of these are at the same spot as an elastic being pulled. And when the new candle comes up, there's going to be a little snap, and we're going to catch that little snap. So let's go ahead and take a buy on the USD CHF. And this one, I don't need to figure it out. It is always good for 5 pips. Always good for 5 pips. So USD CHF is right here. If you don't have it, you go to File, New Chart, and find it. USD CHF. It happens to be in the top queue, the top one there. And then I'm going to go to the second row, go to New Order. It remembers what I did last time, 0.78. So I'm going to take another 0.78. Now, you see my margin level over here? It's 1,800%. By taking this second trade, it's going to bring it down to about 1,000, maybe a little bit under 1,000. So I can have 2 open trades and not hurt my margin level. So that's why I use this rule of moving this over for. I can have 2 open trades. So I am going to go ahead and take a buy. Just double check. I want to see 7. It's about a pip. So I'm going to go ahead and take a buy. I'm not going to worry about the stop loss or take profit. Once it's recorded, I'm going to right click on it, go to modify or delete order. It brings up this menu. This trade is worth 5 pips. 5 pips is 50 points. And we're using a 4-to-1 stop loss. This trade is accurate about 90% of the time. So if I win 9 trades at 5 pips, I'm ahead 45 pips. And if I lose one at 20 pips, 45 minus 20 is 25. So I am ahead 25 pips at the end of the day. Now, the only other thing I like to do on this is I like to take a look at where we actually got in at. We got in at 95.78. If I take 5 pips, I'm going to go to 95.83. 95.83. So I'm going to just adjust this to 95.83. 95.83. Because I want to get the full 5 pips. So we just took a buy on the USD CHF. USD CHF with a take profit of 0.9583, 0.9583, and a stop loss of 0.95580. Stop loss of 0.95580. The only thing I don't like here is we're going opposite directions on the Euro USD, on the USD. So here, the USD is in the second spot where we are saying that the USD is going to get weaker. So we've taken a buy. And here, we're saying that the USD is going to get stronger. We've taken a buy. So they're in opposite spots. But since this is a little scalp trade, I'm okay with it. This is like a 1 to 3 hours. This is within the next hour. With that, let us take a look at some people on this trade. Some traders like to see the candle actually switch, and that will actually wait to the top of the hour. We've got 19 seconds left to the top of the hour, and see this number change by 1. See this number change by 1. So let's let's wait. We've already taken the trade, but let's see what happens when it changes. And we will use the chevron here to bump over. We didn't get it by 1, so it's going to take a little bit longer. It's going to take a little bit longer for it for us to get the snap. I'm okay on this. I'm okay waiting on this. Let's see if we have any questions. Let's see. Why take 2 trades instead of 1, provided the balance and margin doesn't change? I don't understand the question. We've got capital in our account, and actually you can see it went down to about 700, which is a little lower than I want. Usually I want to keep this around 1,000, but I know I can comfortably keep 2 trades open without putting stress on what's going on here. And the goal is I've got this capital, and to kind of utilize it to get the highest yield out of it. So I am looking for good opportunities to have 2 open trades. And actually, once I've made, say, the way I do it is once I've made my 30 pips, I am not as actively looking for trades. I've made my money for the day, and then I will let the capital sit until tomorrow. I don't have to have it out there all the time, because if I've got 2 open trades, that means if a third trade comes along, I can't take it because I'm going to put stress on my account. And that's a mistake some new traders sometimes make. They'll be trading a lot size that's too big for their account, putting strain on their margin level, and that's fine when things go right, but sometimes things go wrong, and you need to have that protection in there or that level in there to help for that. Okay, gang, we ended up taking 2 trades today, one using the 10-point signal with a buy on the Euro USD for 10 pips with a take profit of 1.07025 and a stop loss of 1.06531. And then we also took a buy on the using the thick orange line signal on the USD CHF with a take profit of 0.95830, and a stop loss of 0.95580. We will. Thanks for joining me. We are here to help make you successful. We will make you successful. Attend as many of the sessions, live trades as you can. Follow the instructions of the coaches. And if you have any questions, reach out to your coach or schedule an appointment with me. We will see you Thursday morning. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.